Now that our smart contract is ready, we'll deploy it on Rinkeby test network using Remix and MetaMask. First, we must have a MetaMask account with some Ether. I've shown you in a previous lecture how to create a MetaMask account and how to receive some test Ether. I'm opening the MetaMask and I'll enter my password. This password protects all accounts from MetaMask. Okay, so my accounts are unlocked. Now I'll select here injected Web3. Here appears Rinkeby, and now I press on deploy. The MetaMask window appears. If I want my transaction to be mined faster, I can increase the gas I want to pay. If not, I can let the default value. We can see different things here. For example, this is the contract bytecode that will be deployed on the blockchain. I don't edit anything, I just press on confirm. The transaction has been created and broadcasted to the network. I want to check the transaction on Etherscan. And here I wait for my transaction to be mined. This transaction represents a contract creation. The transaction has just been confirmed. We can see that my transaction that deployed my contract has been included in this block with this number. Okay, this is my contract address. The players will send Ether to this address. So now, using my Ether wallet, I will send some Ether to this address, to my contract address. Here, I must select network Rinkeby. It's already selected. And here I press on send Ether and tokens. I select my JSON file that holds my encrypted private key. This is my file. I enter the password and I wait. My wallet has been unlocked and now I'll send 0.5 Ether to the contract address. So one more time I copy and paste the contract address. The gas price of 41 gigawatt is too high, so I think let's say 10 gigawatt is enough. I don't want to pay so much Ether. Generate transaction and send transaction. This is a transaction review and I press yes, I'm sure, make transaction. And the transaction has been sent. I verify the transaction on Etherscan. It's in pending status. And the transaction has been mined into this block. Using MetaMask and another account, I'll send some Ether to my contract. This is the second player. So from the first account, this is the manager account, but it doesn't matter, to the contract address. The address that starts with F0. So this is the address. Okay, perfect. And I send 0.5 Ether. And next. Confirm. And this is my new transaction, the second player's transaction. And the transaction has been mined. I open MetaMask one more time because I want to have 3 players. I press on send. Recipient address is my contract address. And here I select another account. Let's say the third account. So from the third account, I'll send 0.5 Ether. Next. And this is my third transaction that has been mined. And now from Remix, using the manager account, this is the manager, the address that starts with C7, okay, this is the manager. I want to select a winner. When I'll press on this button, the select winner function will be called, a random index of the players array will be calculated, and the contract balance will be sent to that address. Let's see the contract balance. I have 1.5 Ether because I have 3 transactions of value of 0.5 Ether. So this is correct. And now I'll press on select winner. This is a new transaction that must be mined because I modified the blockchain. And I confirm the transaction. This is the link to Etherscan. This is the transaction that selects the winner. And the transaction has been confirmed. We have one block confirmation. This is the transaction that has selected the winner. So back to our contract, if I refresh this page, we can see that there are 5 transactions. So the first transaction creates the contract. The second transaction represents the first player that sent Ether to the contract. This address sent Ether to the contract address. This is the second player that entered our lottery. This is the third player. And this is the transaction that selected the winner. This transaction from here. If we click on the transaction hash, we can see that this transaction transferred 1.5 Ether from the contract address, this is the contract address, to this address. So this is one of my players. We can see that 10 minutes ago this address sent 0.5 Ether to this contract, and if I click here on internal transactions, these are transactions executed by contracts, so internal transactions as a result of contract execution. We can see that 2 minutes ago this account received 1.5 Ether from the contract address. So the account balance is now 6.03 Ether. Everything works as expected, and we can say that we have a first decentralized application that runs on the Ethereum blockchain.